Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Ignition Time. This is breaking news from our channel in a new format. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. The White House has now made a $1.7 trillion infrastructure counter offer to Senate Republicans. This is brand new information, and the White House has essentially trimmed their original proposal down from $2.3 trillion down all the way to $1.7 trillion. This is a $600 billion cost reduction, and this is coming from making some changes to the American Jobs Plan, and cost savings are going to come from President Biden essentially cutting back on his initial funding requests for rural broadband and for roads and bridges. Let's just jump right in to this brand new episode of Ignition Time. Here's a headline on your screen from CNBC. White House makes a $1.7 trillion infrastructure counter offer to Senate Republicans. This is brand new information that has just come in. Again, the Biden administration has reduced their initial funding proposal by $600 billion. This latest offer is going to cost $1.7 trillion over a decade. And this was according to a memo from the White House to the Republican Senator Shelley Moore Capito, who's a senior Republican senator from West Virginia, which, by the way, happens to be the same state from which we have the Senate Democrat, the conservative Democrat, Joe Manchin. So the White House has agreed to do the following to cut $600 billion from their original proposal. One, they are shifting funding for research and development, small businesses, and supply chain improvements from this package over to a separate legislation that's still being debated in Congress. That's number one. Number two, they are reducing funding for rural broadband from the initial request of $100 billion down to $65 billion. And number three, what they're doing is they're cutting new funding requests for roads, bridges, and major infrastructure projects down from the original $159 billion request to $120 billion. Now, keep in mind that Republicans had actually proposed their own infrastructure bill, which was $568 billion. That is what Republicans had proposed, a $568 billion infrastructure bill. And they were focusing on physical infrastructure like roads, bridges, rural broadband, transit, railways, airports, and things like that. And in the latest counter offer from President Biden, these are indeed all the areas that would indeed get cut. And so what is really interesting in this memo that the White House sent is that the White House has not come down. They have not come down from the $400 billion that President Biden has proposed to fund elder care, home, and community care. And Republicans argue that this does not meet the definition of infrastructure. And President Biden's counter proposal also is holding firm with his proposal for funding for electric vehicles, veterans hospitals, and workforce training. All of these things have been challenged by Republicans. Now, in the meantime, as you might expect, the White House press secretary, Jen Psaki, called this counter proposal. She called it the art of seeking common ground in what is very clearly a reference to former President Trump, who had a book, The Art of the Deal. Jen Psaki called the counter proposal the art of seeking common ground. In fact, this proposal was presented by the White House to Senate Republicans during a video conference that began a few hours after lunch on Friday. So this is a very interesting new development, where it's very clear that the White House is trying to seek some agreement with Senate Republicans, and this is still a large counteroffer as far as Republicans are concerned, because they wanted something in the $600 billion range. This is still 3 times that, but what is ironic is the Republicans wanted $600 billion. The president wanted $2.4 trillion, and now the president has gone down by $600 billion down to $1.7 trillion. This is the second week of formal negotiations between the Republicans and the Democrats, including the White House. Now, they are not close. I just want to be clear. They are not close to a bipartisan agreement just yet. However, this does represent both sides getting closer together, because the Republicans, who essentially didn't say anything about infrastructure, came up with a $600 billion proposal, again led by the Republican senator from West Virginia, Shelley Moore Capito, who is representing the Republicans in these negotiations. And the White House, on the other hand, says, okay, we're going to come down by $600 billion. So this is progress, but but there is no agreement yet. There is no agreement yet. Now, the one thing that could create a potential problem, a significant problem between the White House and the Republicans is going to be, and this is a big one, the red line as far as the Republicans are concerned, which is an increase in the corporate tax rate. Yes, Republicans do not want an increase in the corporate tax rate, but this is something that the White House has asked for, and this is something that the White House is indeed pushing for. This is the only thing that could potentially create a problem, the need for an increase in the corporate tax rate, and the White House is standing firm with that requirement, which fundamentally is a red line for the Republicans, because Republicans do not want an increase in the corporate tax rate. Remember, the Republicans dropped the corporate tax rate down significantly, and the Democrats want to raise the corporate tax rate. In fact, the Senate Minority Leader, Mitch McConnell, has said that any infrastructure plan that includes a corporate tax increase would be opposed by all the Republicans. And Republicans, unfortunately, do not see this compromise, this so-called compromise, as far as they're concerned, from President Biden as a significant improvement, because this was reported by Reuters. Reuters said that the Republicans do not see this as a significant improvement. However, it is a significant compromise from the White House as they are coming down from their original proposal. The big question is, how far are Republicans willing to go to oppose the increase in the corporate tax rate, which at the end is going to be the red line, just like the red line last year was funding for state and local governments with all the stimulus packages, and the red line was the legal protection for small businesses. Now, the red line seems to be, as far as Republicans are concerned, the red line seems to be the increase in the corporate tax rate, and that is where things stand right now. Even though the White House has made a significant compromise, again, the Republicans do not see this as a significant improvement, according to Reuters. And there has been other reporting from the Washington Post, in fact, because the formal proposal is about to be released. Here's a headline of an article on your screen from the Washington Post. The White House budget plan is set to leave out some healthcare proposals from the campaign. A public option for healthcare will not be included in the budget that will be proposed next week. So it looks like the president is willing to make more compromises, and it seems that the White House does indeed want to get this done, and the White House is trying to get this passed and is willing to make compromises. The big question is, what will the Republicans say again about the corporate tax rate? Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you learned something new from this video, from this new format. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I appreciate you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Take care. Bye.